Well then, good day gamers, Fortain here, and welcome to episode 22 of Minecraft StoneBlock. Hello everyone. As you can see, I have just finished culling the most recent set of in-progress chickens, getting a lot of drops, but no hats, so I'm now starting the intro here. I've just been kind of doing this recently just to make it a little faster for culling the in-progress chickens. If I'm not getting anything special from them, like hat drops, no real reason to show the culling of them. But, yeah, not a single new hat, which is fine. But as you saw, we have quite a nice amount of drops. We've got some platinum, got some chicken, we've got some slime balls, plenty of XP and such. So that'll definitely get put into use. But now we got the in-progress chickens done, so easy peasy. But yes, welcome everyone. Episode 22 of Minecraft StoneBlock. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. We are going to be doing a fair amount of crafting today in this game called Minecraft. Setting up the good start for our mob grinding area. I've got a few machines to make, a bit of piping to set up, a little bit of power stuff to set up, so we'll be able to get it done pretty well today. And then most likely actually start into a more permanent storage area. This storage is nice. It's been working out very well so far. But as you can see with like the chickens, I am to the point where I now need more storage just for the chickens and the chicken eggs. I am now at the point where I need more storage for all the different ores that I have, and this isn't even all of them. There's a ton more ores that I need to work with. Obviously different foods that I can play with. Yeah, so it is definitely time for me to progress beyond the physical storage of digital items in a video game to now progress towards the digital storage of physical items in a video game, as much as that makes sense. But for now, we will be starting where we have been, as always, growing up some 1010 chickens. We've got a Signalium chicken. We've got a Constantan chicken. We've got a Rich Slag chicken. We've got a Soul Sand chicken. And a Nether Quartz chicken that I need to make 1010s. We'll go ahead and put these guys over here in the dumpage chest. And we'll put these eggs in the hatchery area. Get that going. Oh, there is... Come back here, XP. Thank you. A little bit of XP was trying to escape. How dare you try to escape my storage. There we go. Boop. And boop. And boop. Perfect. Couple little small updates. I do have a string chicken over here making string as well as other things. I've got my 1010 slime chicken over here making slime balls as well as other things. Because I'm going to be needing a lot of slime and a lot of string for making the processor pieces for refined storage, which is the storage system I'm going to be working on. I also went ahead and took the quantum tank that I had made way back when as part of the storage, you know, the quantum storage unit here in the quantum tank. I've been using this so far to just create lava. I figured I might as well save myself one of my mechanism tanks, considering this is only gonna have lava in it. And it does keep its inventory when you pick it up, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's currently sitting at over 383,000 millibuckets of lava, and that is what? Let's see, boop, boop, it can hold over 2 billion millibuckets of lava. So it's not going to fill up anytime soon, and this will just keep making lava. I have a chest with cobblestone in it. The same setup as before, just the crucible making lava goes into here. It works. I did try to set up something similar with the quantum storage unit and the auto compactor or the auto compressor downstairs with the cobblestone for the cobblestone generator. Strangely enough, the quantum storage unit can only accept a certain amount of items at a time, not much. And it would reach an equilibrium point where it would get up to about 200 or so cobblestones stored in it. And then the rate of cobblestone being transferred into it, and then the rate of cobblestone being transferred out of it would equalize, and it would never gain any more cobblestone in it. It would just stick right around like 180 to 200, even though the chests below it, where the cobblestone was actually going into at the first place, was filling up faster. So, an attempt to use it as like a, not exactly a stopgap, but gotcha. Not as a stopgap, but just basically as an overflow spot was didn't really work. So it's back to here. But with that being said, let's go ahead and work on the mob grinder stuff. So let's grab the things that I already have made. I have the ultimate fluid tank with liquid XP. I have the XP drain. And I've got the ultimate fluid tank with essence built into it. I have the fluid dictionary converter, which I definitely need. And we have the mob duplicator. One of the first things that I want to make is going to be the absorption hopper, which if we take a look, pretty easy. An eye of ender, some obsidian, and a hopper. So I have a spare hopper at the moment. The eye of ender is pretty easy to make. I have a bunch of ender pearls. I don't have a lot, but I have methods of getting more because now I can just spawn these creatures, so that's not bad. Let's see. And then I'm going to need, what is it? Raw ores. Here we go. Some blaze powder. And then I need some obsidian. All right. Oh, I just needed one. That's fine. Boop. And there we go. The absorption hopper. Simple and easy. It absorbs in a 7x7x7 area. We're going to test that out momentarily. But we can make absorption radius upgrades. That takes more ender pearls, some obsidian, and some redstone. I don't have enough to make all of the upgrades yet, but I can get started with some of them. Let's see. Boop, boop. What I can actually do is I can use these ender fragments to create resonant ender and then make ender pearls from the gem cast. So actually I might go ahead and do that. Let's see. I do have the gem cast. This fluid tank in here is just holding a tiny bit of destabilized redstone. I'm still working on getting the quantities for destabilized redstone to make signalium correctly. But for now, whatever overage I have is just sitting here in an ultimate fluid tank. But take the gem cast, put that there. Take the ender tears. Boop. And this is now creating just a bunch of ender pearls from all the endermen that I had killed previously. So that'll be nice. Okay. So we need a maximum of 6 absorption radius upgrades. Oh, I need the obsidian. Let me go grab that real quick. Let's see. Obsidian. So let's see. It takes, what, 2 per? Yeah. And 6, so I need 12. Boop. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need some more ender pearls. Let's see. That is used all of that up. Yeah, that's a lot of ender pearls. That's very nice. Very helpful. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, so I have all the absorption radius upgrades I need. The next thing we need to make is the mob masher. So what the mob masher does, it's basically more of these iron spikes. The iron spikes will drop XP, but they don't count as player kills, so you don't get like the extra stuff from them, which is why we want to make the mob masher, because these can take upgrades, and it also counts as being a player kill. So as you can see, we're going to need some diamonds for them. I have been making some diamonds downstairs. We head down here. I've been setting this up as just like a little circulating area. I put some of the tiny coal and such into here, into the compactor. It outputs to this side to compress coal balls, and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and send more of these through here. Boop, boop, boop. And just let that work while I'm working on other things. Okay, so we need to make the iron spikes and then the mob masher itself. So we're going to need some iron. Thankfully enough, I have a ton of iron. Let's see. So we need to make some iron swords, which is fine. Means I need some sticks. So how many of these we need? We need 2 iron spikes, which is 3 swords each, and then an additional 2 swords. So 5 swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then boop, 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 and a boop. All right. So we make 1 iron spike. Oh, I miscounted. That's fine. 2 iron spikes. Perfect. And then the mob masher itself takes another 2 swords. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Perfect. And we also need the 3 diamonds and a block of redstone. Let's see. We've got enough diamonds right now. 3 diamonds and a block of redstone. Put this back for just a moment. There we go. All right. Mob masher. Done. Very nice. So with this, what we'll be able to do is essentially automate the killing of enemies and put the upgrades to them to make it work really well. Make it, technically speaking, depending on what we're looking for, it'll actually work better for them to be killed with the mob masher fully upgraded than it will for me to kill them manually with my basic diamond sword here. That isn't to say that I won't like kill some enemies by myself every now and again just for the fun of it, but there are definitely going to be some things where like, okay, I am just going to set this up and this is going to be just smacking these enemies constantly with the automated thing and never have to worry about slaying another mob again. Let me get my chickens up and going here. Hello, chickens. Thank you. You guys have already grown up so well. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay. We'll go ahead and place these guys over here so they can make some more 1010 eggs. Not that I need too many more, but it's good to go ahead and have them producing some, just to be on the safe side. And I do want to try a little bit of an experiment with the mob capture device to see if these chickens do retain their stats. I think we tried it before, and I think they do retain their stats, like the 1010. But I want to double check, because that'll also be another very easy way for me to get infinite drops from these chickens. Is okay, I have a 1010 chicken. Let me just set it up to be constantly spawning and killing them in the mob grinder, and now I have infinite drops from that chicken. So feathers, manure, chicken meat, and diamonds, or lava, or platinum, or whatever other things that particular chicken drops. All right, next thing we've got, we need to make the upgrades. So sharpness upgrades, looting upgrades, and beheading upgrades. As you can see, this is going to take a lot of materials, and I mean a lot of materials. But thankfully enough, I have a lot of materials already stored up. So we need gold nuggets, redstone, and an absolute tonnage of iron because of all the iron swords we need to make. But that's okay. Let's see. We should have enough gold. We may not have enough gold to make all the gold helmets that I need. But we should have enough gold to make these basic things. And again, this is more of setting these up as a, hey, here's the proof of concept. Here's how it's gonna look. Eventually, I will set this up for the full thing. Okay, so I don't have any redstone. Let me grab some redstone. Toss that there for a second. Toss that there for a second. There we go. Okay. Let's start with the sharpness. That's 1, 2, 3. And now that I've hoovered all that stuff back up, we need 4, 5, and 6. Cool. Making 4 swords at a time is easier. That's 7. Let's go ahead and split this iron up so we got it. Actually, let's just do that. We've got 8, 9, and we need 1 more sword. There we go. All right. 10 sharpness upgrades, which means it's going to be doing a lot of damage to all the mobs that are grinded up in it. Next up, we need the looting upgrades, which is going to take a lot of blue dye or lapis, because I have a ton of lapis and can easily get more. We can go ahead and combine this iron back up for the moment. Drop off said iron. There we go. And we need... So we're only going to make 10. Perfect. As it shows, max of 10 there. Last but not least, we're going to need the beheading. This is what we're going to wait on a little bit. We don't need fire aspect. I'm not looking to cook the creatures or do damage over time. I don't need smite. I don't need Bane of Arthropods because I already have sharpness. But we'll wait on the beheading for right now. The beheading is only going to be really useful for the Wither Skulls because it'll increase the chance of getting a Wither Skull with each kill. And that's really the only mob head that I care for. Like some of the others can be melted down for certain other materials, but really just the Wither Skulls is really only what I need. Like these Enderman heads or these Evolve Enderman heads or these Enderman heads, I don't really care about. The Ghast head, no use for it. The zombie head has some uses that I can, convert it into other things or, make a few things out of it. Same thing with the creeper head. I can also melt them down into protein for the protein generator in industrial foregoing, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the drops from all this stuff. Okay. From there, we need to make the mob fan, which is pretty easy. Just some stone slabs, iron, and some redstone. Do I have? Okay. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Go ahead and make some stone slabs. We need 4 iron and a block of redstone. Easily done. 4 iron. I'm getting somewhat low on redstone. There we go. Got the mob fan. And then the fan has upgrades. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. Thankfully enough, I have a ton of feathers already. So we'll just grab those. And we're going to need some loose iron. Boop, boop. Just put that together like that. Okay. Some loose iron. There we go. Okay, so we need 3 width upgrades. Got it. And then we need 3 height upgrades. Got it. And then we need 10 distance modifiers. Okay. What are we low on? We are low on the iron. Well, not exactly low. We just have to break some more apart. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made the wrong thing. Oops. Well, thankfully enough, I can EMC those. That was my mistake. Yeah, that's my bad. Alright, we'll have to EMC those later, but that's okay. Wrong thing. That's what I'm looking for, the distance ones. Oh well. Mistakes are made on occasion, but that's okay. There we go. Got all the bits for the fan. I believe we are ready to do a quick and dirty setup. Let's grab... Let's see. I can go ahead and put away the ores and that. Let's do that. That is all set. That is all set. We can go ahead and put away the feathers and the sticks. I do want to make 2 storage chests, one for the drops and then one for the mob capture tools. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see, storage. So we're going to make 2 wooden casings, and we need 8 chests. Perfect. To make. All right. Boop, boop, boop. We will also need some fluid pipes. And let's grab a couple item pipes just to be on the safe side. And something to power the whole shebang. All right. Time to set up a quick and dirty. Go ahead and fill up my energetic shears here. Just because I'm using them as kind of like a not exactly a temporary battery, but because it can supply power to machines, it does make it nice and easy to be like, okay, I just want to put something over here real quick. Done. All right, downstairs we go. Do I want to do this downstairs or do I want to do it? I mean, I can kind of just do it in my power area just to show it off. It'll be easier than setting it up down there too. That's a generator chunk. Yeah, we'll use this area. Why not? Doesn't have much going on. Okay. So, this is going to be a chain of things, so give me just a moment to get everything set up here. We have... Ooh. Rumble Bumble outside there. We have the mob duplicator. That shows right there where the things are going to spawn. Okay. We're going to take the fan and we need to put it... Let's see, it's got to go right here. Like so. Perfect. This does need a redstone signal, I believe. So actually, let me go ahead and make a few levers. A lot of these things through mob grinder utilities, they're not actually powered. They're just powered with redstone. So all you have to do is just make some either redstone torches or use like lines of redstone or just regular levers. I'll need some cobblestone. I'll just grab some from over here real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. All right, lever get. Okay, we put the lever here and we can show the area. So yeah, right there, let's turn off the red. Boop. That shows how far away the fan is going to be blowing. So if we turn that on, we see the fan is working, whoosh, and we'll push to there. So for now, we don't need any range upgrades for the mob duplicator, considering it is only working right there. As soon as the mobs spawn, they just get blown off the platform. But we will go ahead, let's do the width modifier. We can do the distance modifier and the height modifier. So yeah, anything that spawns within this area here just automatically gets blown to the back wall, like so. Whee! So that'll focus everything right to there. Turn that off. Turn that off. So now what we need to do is actually, let's turn the area back on. So let's say right here, we need to place the mob masher. Now this as well, I believe takes a redstone signal. We need to add in our sharpness, our looting, and again, we're not worrying about fire, smites, bane of arthropods, and we'll make the beheading one later. So yep. Ooh, that hurts. As you can see, that hurts quite a lot. That's 5 hearts worth of damage in a full suit of protection for diamond armor. That is quite ouchy. Okay. So now what we do is we're going to take the, let's see, we'll want the essence tank. We're going to place that here. We're going to take the fluid tank, or excuse me, we're going to take one of the fluid pipes, put it there. This pulls the liquid essence into the mob duplicator, like so. What we then need is going to be, let's see, another fluid cable, like so. And then we need the fluid dictionary converter, like that. So we're going to be turning liquid XP into essence, like so. All right, so that means any liquid XP that goes into here will get turned into essence. That is going to be pulled from there into this tank just to have an overflow. And then going to go into here to become essence to power this thing. This does not require power, which is nice. We are then going to take another fluid pipe, place it here, and we're going to take our tank of liquid XP, and put it there. Now, all this liquid XP came from me just standing on top of it with the XP drain, or just standing next to it with the XP drain. As you can see, give it just a second. There's a specific spot that if I stand, or I can just stand on top of it like that. So yeah, that drains my XP bar, creates liquid XP, and now, there we go. So, liquid XP comes in, essence goes out. This is now filling with essence. The pipe is now filling with essence. This is all just being like an extra stopgap just to make sure I don't like lose anything from the whole setup. Plus, if I need to give this a boost ahead of time, I could just be like, okay, I'm gonna stand here for a little bit, get some XP into the system. That's got a nice amount of essence, and I can use it to jumpstart the whole thing. Okay. Now, theoretically, the absorption hopper, as it says, fluids will insert to tanks and items to inventories. So I should just be able to put it here. Now let's take a look. Absorption down, item, fluid, none. Okay, here we go. So right now we can see the area here that it's being absorbed. We can... There we go. We change the offset there. Change the offset there. So if we take a look, the blue area, which we can go ahead and turn off. This green area shows all the places where the absorption hopper will pick stuff up from. Since we have the absorption radius upgrades, bam, we can do that. So now, let's see. Everywhere in here, in this area, will be picked up the items and the XP. We actually probably don't need all of them, but we have them. And then from here, we put the storage crate there. So looking south, south is going to be items. Here's the inventory for the absorption hopper itself, and here's its fluid tank. Let's actually go ahead and move the offset down a little bit. There we go. Just to make sure that it's not attempting to pick up anything from like up above. We'll make it be one more. There we go. That's plenty. So any item that drops in this area, any XP that drops in this area will be picked up. Okay. So south, items. North is fluids. So there we go. This should work. So anytime an item is picked up by the absorption hopper, it goes into the storage crate. Anytime a fluid, aka the XP, is picked up by the absorption hopper, it should go into the fluid tank. The fluid tank will put it into here, turn it to liquid turn the liquid XP into essence. Essence goes in here, and here we go. All right. I do believe it is time for a test. Let us grab... actually, I have a couple. This other crate, I'm going to put right here. Let's set it there. We can turn off the... hide the area for the absorption hopper. The only thing that I would have to do at the moment is make it to where any floating enemies are blown downwards, which I'll actually be able to do momentarily because of something I have to make for one of the advancements anyway. So that'll work. Let's see. Let's turn on the mob masher. So that is currently going. It is not using electricity. It's just using redstone, which is fine. I believe in my backpack here, yes, So we have netherfish, we have the nitro creeper, lava slime, ghast, and blaze. Let's start with the lava slime and give this a test. So we turn on the fan, we make sure we don't walk in front of this. We put the lava slime here, boop, and there we go. All right, so this is why I don't plan on doing this up here specifically. Oh, you got a bunny hood. That is a ginormous bunny hood. Oh, hello. All right, let me go ahead and turn off the... There we go. Yep. Hey, I got a solar helmet. Nice. All right. Proof of concept is working. Got hat pants. Interesting. Let me go ahead and clear. Let me clear all these guys first, and we can continue here. All right. As a matter of fact, a couple things. Megatromp, whoever Megatromp is. All right, let me go ahead and turn off the fan as well. Oh, that's exactly why I wanted to turn off the fan, so I don't get blown over there. Oh, there's a spirit. I still don't have any magic yet to kill him, but that's okay. So let's take a look at the drops we've gotten. There we go. So all of the items have been being dropped into here. Very nice. Magma creams, all the loot bags and stuff. We take a look. We have no liquid in here, which means all the liquid has been going into here. And we've been gaining essence. Perfect. Okay. The reason I wanted to put this chest here is to actually hold all the mob imprisonment tools. So that way I can just swap them out to whatever I want or need to at the time. With that being said, let me go ahead and move these into here. This blaze is a special blaze. I want to look at it. Let's see. There we go. Okay. And then we've got a couple spare ones that we can play around with. Perfect. Okay. Very nice. Next thing we need to make, since we need to do so anyway, like I said, for the quest, is if we take a look over here in Start a StoneBlock for automated mob farm, automate your farm. So we need to make some fans, we need to make some iron spikes, and an item collector from random things. The fans themselves are just iron bars and iron ingots and a stone slab. Not exactly sure how that equates to being a fan, but sure, we'll go with it. But let's go ahead and make some, because we gotta. So let's see, do I have any? I don't think I have any iron bars. Actually, yes I do. We've got some iron bars left over from previous craftings. I want to say it was for the fishing blocks from Pam's Harvest Craft. And we need some stone slabs. Right. We have the cyclic fan, we have the mob fan, we have the open block fan. So there we go. Got two of them, which we need to make. Okay. Cute. Oh, you can just right click to change it around. Neat. That's cute. Lever to power. Yep. And it's moving me very slowly. But that's all right. Is it just, let's see. So it looks like it's about, it's definitely a conical effect, but it's about about 2 blocks distant. So not bad. Whether we use this in the build or not sure, but at least we have it now. We then need to make the iron spikes from extra utilities. Some of these are, you make them again as part of the quest line. They kind of come off to me as being a bit useless because, okay, yeah, I can make the wooden spikes and that damages stuff a bit, brings them down to 1 heart. I guess if there's something that's needed for that, cool. But other spikes, like, okay, yeah, it kills the thing, but you don't get drops from it. Okay, well, why would I make those? Yeah, like these diamond spikes would be the ones that I would want to make. Spiky claws. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, like, for example, the wooden spikes. Reduces health to half a heart, but doesn't kill. Okay, so I guess if I need to then definitively kill something myself, that would be helpful. Stone spikes do a certain amount of damage. Iron spikes do a certain amount of damage. Gold spikes mob drop experience, but why not just make the diamond spikes? Anyway, we have to make the iron spikes, which is iron, iron, and iron. Let's grab some sticks to be able to make the swords. We'll grab a block of iron itself. And we need, what, 3 iron swords. There we go. To make the iron spikes. And I get 4 of them. There we go. Now we need the item collector, which is some more obsidian, another hopper, and an ender pearl. The item collector is placed on inventories and will collect any items in a 3-block radius around it to that inventory. Not that useful unless your mob grinder is like, unless that thing is sitting directly inside your mob grinder, essentially. How much damage do these iron spikes do, out of curiosity? Not a lot. But that's okay. I guess it would be a good way to weaken the things if necessary, but I'm gonna kind of just put them in retired stuff because I don't really have a use for them with the mob masher. But that's okay. We made it because we had to. That's all right. Let's see. And then for the item collector, what does the advanced one do? Oh, advanced item collector is an item collector with configurable range and filter capacities or capabilities. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. You can just extend it out a bunch. So we need 3 obsidian, a hopper, and a singular ender pearl. Boop. A hopper is going to be 5 iron in a chest. Boop, 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 boop. And a chest, which I will need to make a chest. That's okay. We'll go downstairs and saw up some of this wood. Now, of course, I could just make wooden log or wooden planks in my inventory, but if I use the sawing factory, I get more from it. Like so. So, might as well use it because I can. All right, got the chest, got the hopper, and now we have the item collector. Ba-da-ding. Okay, we will claim our useless for right now loot chest, and we can just place this on top of here just to see what it looks like. Boop. Aw, it's so cute. But yeah, so this thing would collect items from, what, 3 blocks away? Yeah. I guess useful. Oh, that. Whoops. The speed at which my pick digs things sometimes. Thank you. There we go. Put that back. Put all this stuff back. And there we go. Okay. So, well, since we have these fans, we might as well use them. Let's see. If we put this fan here, can we do this? Yes. Perfect. And let's... There we go. And then if we put this fan, let's see, how far away is this? So 1, 2, 3 thing. 1, 2, 3 thing. Let's turn it to there. Perfect. There we go. So now what'll happen is the mobs that spawn will get blown to right there. Let's give it another test. The only thing we're missing at the moment is a way to blow the mobs downwards. So if we have like a floating mob, that'll be an issue. Like a blaze or a ghast. Because we need it to actually touch that mob masher for it to work. I should have... There they are. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Question is, do I want to make one more of those fans, or do I want to make the... Oh, let's take a look. Take back a look back at the fans. Fan types. The 16 blocks with redstone power. Used to move entities in the world. Use this interface to control direction and range. And then just the little fans as we saw. Okay, we could just make one of these fans bicyclic. That would work too. Because again, if we take a look at the area of this, yeah, anything that spawns in there essentially gets blown right there. So if it's up in the air, okay, we'll give it a think. At the moment, let's test this out. What do we want? Let's do wither skeletons, because why not? Turn on the fan. Mob masher is on. And wither skeleton. Cool. Boink. Boink. That's working a lot better, as we can see. Again, as soon as they spawn on top of here... Let's see. 65, 300. Yep. Perfect. I just saw the XP going there. So yes, the items are being dropped into here. You can see the amount of stuff we're getting is quite nice. The XP, the liquid XP is going into here, which is going into the fluid dictionary converter, which is going into here. And then that is going into here. Perfect. Okay. So they can resist the strength of the fan. Good to know. So I do believe I know what I'm going to make next. And that is something I was thinking about making anyway before making these fans, which is, if we take a look over in the mob grinder, it is these entity conveyors. Conveyors to move mobs and items along a horizontal vector. Mobs can spawn on this block. So let's go ahead and take the imprisonment tool out of here. We'll place it right here, because this is all the stuff so far from the nether. That is the special blaze that I want to try, because that's actually the compressed blaze. This is energetic sheep, polar bear, and rabbit. Okay. All the enemies are dead. Whee! No. Jump out of the rain. Note to self, as soon as I'm done testing this, turn off the fan before crossing the front of it. There we go. Okay. I do not want to die in my own mob grinder. That would be embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Okay. But yeah, look at all these drops we've gotten so far. Even without beheading, we've gotten 4 wither skeleton skulls because of the looting on here. We've got tons of wither skull fragments, drops of evil, wither dust, getting plenty of coal. Yes, this is going to work very well. And again, the fluid tank is just going to be taking all that XP and bringing it over here. In fact, what I can also do is, again, if I want to like kickstart the system, I can just use up a bunch of these solidified experience. Now I can craft things with the solidified experience. I can actually melt it into, you know, essence of knowledge in the magma crucible. Bloop, 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 bloop. But I can just use them up like that too. But yeah, this is going to have just an absolute ton of essence. This thing is not going to run out of essence, either because the enemies are going to be dropping so much XP, or I'll be able to jumpstart it whenever it's needed. So let's make a couple of additions to this for our quick and dirty setup. And actually, I do want to, again, I want to test it with a chicken. Let's make these entity conveyors. So we need slime, iron, and redstone. So we'll grab a little bit of iron, a little bit of redstone, and we do have some slime balls. Let's see. Let's make 6 should be good enough for right now for all this nice testing. Okay, fan is off. These fans are off. We're gonna do, let's say, 1, 2, 3. That's gone over there. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna put down the conveyor. Do I need to face this way? There we go. Perfect. Pick that back up. Boop. And then 1, 2. Thank you. And I'll take those dirt blocks back. And whoop. Oh, it's the conveyor itself. Whee! Oh, good. It pushes pretty strong. Nice. Okay. Perfect. So fan pushes to the back wall here. If an entity is here, it gets moved in. If an entity is here, it gets moved in. The fan is going, so it gets pushed either towards the center, so going directly for the mob masher, or it gets pushed this way directly into the entity conveyor. Awesome. That'll work just fine. For completion's sake, let's go ahead and make that last fan. This one right here. Use the interface to control direction and range. So this is iron, a redstone repeater, which is easy enough to make, and some stone. Okay, let's go make that. Again, this is kind of a quick and dirty setup because I wanted to play around with this. I wanted to get a mob grinder set up for, okay, now I have, you know, now I can go out and get use the mob capture tools on whatever I want to. So stone, iron, and a redstone repeater. I don't think I have any redstone repeaters already made up. Does not look like it, but that's okay. I do have a bit of stone. Miscrafting? Nah, that's all right. Boop, boop, boop. And then we need... There we go. So 1 redstone repeater. Got it. And we have the fan. All right. Let's take a look. Control the range, control the speed. Don't see any preview. Oh, okay. Let's turn off the sound just because that's going to be kind of annoying. Oh, okay. The preview is basically showing the little particle effects. And it does push pretty good. Let's see. We turn it to 10. Whoosh. Oh, that goes strong. That works. And then range. Okay, it looks like it is just in front of it. So yeah, even one block to the side is not enough to push. So this may be useful, it may not. What I may end up having to do is to let's see. Boop. What I may end up having to do is make another one of the big mob fans from the mob upgrade utilities, or mob grinder utilities. That one. To then push downward to make sure anything that's floating doesn't like go floating away. Again, this was going to be downstairs in that cobblestone area, so it's not going to make much of a difference if stuff floats away, but I'd really rather it not float away if at all possible. So let's put this, let's put it right, oh, can I, I don't think I can actually have this facing downwards. Okay, question. If I take this fan, grab it from here, can I have this pointing downwards? No. Okay, well, good to know. Okay, well, actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swap around. I am pretty darn sure that I can have this facing downwards. If not from placing it a certain way with a wrench. Let's see. Do I have any wrenches? Because, oh, actually, what I need to do is I need... Let me check. I don't think I've made any of the different type of wrenches. And of course, this is modded Minecraft, so there's a ton of different wrenches. Let's see. No, I don't have any wrenches made. Let's right-click blocks to rotate. Okay. Around the axis of the face you click. Okay. Well, let's start with just this. So 2 planks and 2 sticks. Let's see if this works. 2 planks, 2 sticks. Actually, I can put those planks away. Badoop. Boop, boop. Okay, we have a wooden wrench. Let's put away that. Let's put away that. And let's put away that. All right. Right-click the block. Nope. Cannot rotate. Got it. I may need to make one of the... No, I can't make the smaller ones. Let's see. This fan, if I put it here... Boop. Nope. Can't rotate. All right. Yeah, the making creatures go downwards may be the tricky part of all this. Let's see. Simple blocks of machines and if they are able. Okay. So 2 of any slab and a stone brick stair. Should be easy enough to make. I'll need more slabs and a stone brick stair. Stone bricks. That's going to take that much. And I know I can just chisel them as well. Cool. Got that. Got that. Need one more stick. There we go. Stick get. There we go. Wrench. So we have a bronze wrench. We have another bronze wrench. Okay. It's always interesting with the different mods, like what type of tool will work on what thing. Like these are all wrenches, but will they work to actually move something? Okay, so that rotates it around. Aha! There we go. Got it. Perfect. Look at that. That's exactly what I was looking to do. So if I put this fan here, will that do the same thing? Oh, it will. Let's see. And then here. Perfect. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that works. That works quite well. Let's actually grab this back. Thank you. Can I? Let's do... We're doing some testing here to see if this works. I know we are running a little over, but that's okay. Fan is now blowing. Yes, it is blowing straight down. Oops. Oh, come on. I don't want to build upwards. I just want to jump upwards. Thank you. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So good. Anything that goes into this area will be blown downwards. Cool. Got it. And can I turn this off from here? Yes, perfect. This is one of the very few times that I'm very enjoying block reach. Like, okay, that works. Okay, so we place this fan here. Oh, actually needs to go. Give me back the blocks, please. Thank you, absorption hopper. There. Okay. Speed and range is fine. We'll turn off the sound. Okay. So this should blow perfect directly to there. If it gets within range of this, it'll get blown down. And that's actually blowing very strong. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's give it a test. What do we want to put in here? Let us try a ghast or two. All right. First things first. Oh. Uneasy alliance. Thankfully enough, ghasts can't actually hurt me, which is good. Okay, ghast, interestingly enough, does not work. Oh, possibly what it is because they're spawning within the fan. That one's definitely going to have to be played around with. Instead of a ghast, let us try a... Let's try the lava slime again. Let's toss those out. That'll get picked up by the absorption hopper. Yep, there they are. Let's try the lava slime again. Yeah, that's the issue with these fans, is the fact that, yeah, mobs can easily get out of their range. Okay. So definitely, if I plan on using the fans, I'm most likely going to use the mob grinder fans. Just because they are stronger, they have more push. Like, once the thing, yeah. Because this fan is such a single blast, it just doesn't have the range to do it. Oop. Boop. And then, oops. Set that to requires redstone. Okay. Well, good to know. Again, not perfect. This is a work in progress. I will need to make more of those fans. That's okay. I think the last thing I'm going to check, I was originally planning on working on some of the storage stuff, but I'm already running a little long. That's okay. But I think the last thing I will check is the science that I wanted to do to see if this works with the chickens, if the chickens maintain their stats. So let's check. Put these away, that away, just emptying out the inventory real quick. We'll put the wrenches over here for now because some of them do work, thankfully enough. We'll put the item collector. And let's see, which chicken do I want to try this with? You know what? Since I'm running a little low on redstone, let's attempt this with the redstone chicken to see if this works. So we place down the redstone chicken. We grab the chicken. Oh, interesting. The entity is blacklisted in the mob duplicator, the chicken's chicken. So we can't do that. I did not know that. I wonder if it's only certain kinds of chickens that are blacklisted. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Well, that is good to know. It's, you know, it's not great, but I guess it's, you know, kind of to be expected in the idea of, okay, this would allow you to have infinite amounts of any of those types of chickens just by using the mob grinder. Okay. What about just a standard chicken? Okay, so yeah, a standard chicken is perfectly fine. That makes sense. They're just creatures. Let's see. Gold chicken is probably going to be the same. That's going to come up as chicken chicken. Yeah, chicken chicken. Okay. You know what? That is perfectly fine. That is not a big deal. I'm not going to like go and change the blacklist or anything. What I can do is use this to make, to get, blah, 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 blah. I can use this to make the culling of chickens a lot faster. I just place these chickens down instead of having to whack them with my sword. Just place them down in the mob grinder area and it just blows them that way. So that could work too. Okay. Well, like I said, good to know. It was worth a test. It was worth a look to see if it does work. And as we saw, it does not. We've got plenty of 1010 eggs here from all of these 1010 chickens. Very nice. We are getting... Yes, we've got some 555s from you. And we've got some 999s. Awesome. Okay. Those will be the next ones to be worked on. Put that stuff away. What else do we have in here? Just the stuff from the chickens. Okay. Take a quick last look in here. Making the controller is going to take some time. But I can do one thing. I'm going to make some quartz-enriched iron. As you can see, I have a lot of quartz. A lot of nether quartz from mining the quartz earlier. I have plenty of nether quartz ore, which I can grind up into more ore or squish into more ore. Let's see. Oh yeah, the enrichment chamber is going to get me tons of ore. That'll work. That'll work perfectly. But if I take the iron, do like that, and here's the quartz enriched iron I need for the storage stuff. Very nice. All right. Yeah, run a little long today, but that's okay. We've got the mob grinder. Let's see. Done. Doesn't work. Reminding myself in my notes that putting the chickens in there doesn't work. That's okay. But we have the mob grinder basically set up. Got some tweaks that I want to do. I'll probably make some more again. Probably make some more of the mob grinder fans. The mob fans from mob grinding utilities. These ones, just because they definitely seem to work a lot better. Make a few more of those. I'll get the area downstairs like fully set up to be a mob grinder, to where I just leave the thing turned on and it goes for as long as necessary for whatever type of creature I want. But yes, definitely. Next episode, we are working on beginning the storage area. Because again, I need some... This is good storage. I need some better storage. But until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a good day. And good game.